Oh, that answered your question.
Very well.
That was on point.
Thank you, Gavin. If someone's looking for a producer, again, not knowing the production side of things, and some people are bigger than others. How does a band know how much to pay for a producer, and how is a price actually set out?
$300,000 a song. No, I'm kidding.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I'll have 5 of those. I work within a budgetary sense. If some band has this much money, and it fits the agenda, we would work within whatever their framework is. It's more important to me to have success, and I make money making records. I make more money selling records. And so that's So I'm going to make money quickly if the record budget is small. I'm going to have a successful event where whoever's investing in the band has X amount of dollars, $30,000, $60,000, $300,000. I'm making a record right now that's the budget's $60,000. I made one last year that was $250. I made one the year before that was $550. They're going to get the same shit from me. They're going to maybe spend less time in the studio jerking off and doing bullshit.
The $60,000 gets about what, 10 minutes?
That's about right. No, it's the thing is, the unfortunate thing sometimes is people who have less money have also created a situation in their lives with their experience where they only have so much money because they're only worth so much in a certain sense. Band who has $500,000 has a record deal already. They've already gone through a number of steps to prove themselves as a worthy investment for somebody, so they have more money. Well, the band that has $20,000 maybe they worked and made their money and saved their money, and their parents are investing. Well, that's not a band that necessarily has gone through the steps. That's a band that's going to go through the steps and wants to go through the steps to get to the $500,000. So, if that again is your agenda, and so they're a little more needy. The people with less money, I find, take the most work, usually because of that sort of math equation. Follow me? The bands that have a lot of money with the record label, they've already done a lot of work to get to there. Hopefully, the bands who have less money, unless they have a great opportunity here, and but then again, the bands here have to win the contest. So you have to practice. You have to be good. You have to look good. You have to sound good. So they've done some work, right? You can't suck and win. I don't think. I hope not.
I agree.
You right? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So how much to pay? How much do you got?
It essentially does boil down to that. And if you like the people you're working with, if they got $10,000, you work with them with $10,000. If you really like the music, if they're a pain in the ass and you hate the music, it's going to be $20,000, $30,000 before it may really happen. Right? And that's a little cynical, but it's time. Time is money. Money is time. They need to find someone, another band or another producer or another situation that their money will be well spent. As opposed to
you both, I both have the luxury of having studios. When I didn't have a studio, that's why a record gets up to $500,000 when to 8 months at $1,500 a day, plus driving, plus catering, plus it doesn't have to be that way. You can make the same record for less money. Why does Axl Rose spend $18 million? Because he's a fucking idiot. It doesn't have to be that way. You're like with Pro Tools, and you're like, I sit in LA and I have a laptop with my laptop and a 002 Pro Tools and a preamp, an EQ, a compressor. It's sitting in LA in my friend's house. I have a guitar there, mic, stand, everything. Sit in my hotel room and I make shit that sounds like records because I use my samples from records I've recorded. And I have to be competitive, but that's all I have at that place in LA to make those songwriting demos. Well, that doesn't cost a cent. The bands come in, we sit there, strummy, strum, have a beer. Great. That doesn't cost a cent, but it has to be competitive. So no matter what you're doing, no matter how much money you have, it has to be great. So, and Dan will do that for you. So. He's, and I will be able to do that too because I have a studio now, so we can make things better for less money.